just wanted to let you know that I miss you.
Hi, my name's Emily, and I've never been good enough. You might think my videos are really interesting, and you might take a liking to them. You might be able to relate and resonate with the things I say, and I really deeply appreciate that. And the reason I deeply appreciate that is because this is the first time I've ever been seen. This is the first time I've ever been able to share my true, deep ideas and have people relate. Like, actually relate with me. Nobody has ever been able to truly see me for who I am and accept me as I am. And today I wanted to talk about that, because I can imagine some of you feel the same way. And that's one reason why I wanted to make this channel. Welcome to Treu Sovereignty, where we are mastering our minds so we can reclaim our peace. And when you're joining this channel, you're not just joining me on my journey, you're joining a community of like-minded thinkers. Down below you can see the comments. Tons of intelligent, respectful people with very thoughtful ideas. And I hope to turn this into some sort of a community someday. I don't know how, but I will. On this channel, we're intertwining self-improvement with critical thinking, because you can't have one without the other. In order to critically think about the complex, nuanced world, you must be able to critically think about your complex, nuanced self. And that takes self-awareness and self-improvement, the ability to improve yourself every day. And that's the ultimate journey on this channel. So if that interests you, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and join my socials. And join me on my beautiful walk and talks in nature. Let's get into the video. So the reason my videos are a little more interesting, a little bit more philosophical, the way I have the ability to do that is that I'm a thinker. I've been given a lot of time to think in my life. I've always been kind of a loner. You know, you get told to fuck off so much that finally you listen and you say, okay, I'm gonna fuck off. Yeah, believe it or not. You know, believe what you want. Yeah, I'm a woman. You could say I'm mildly attractive if you want, but despite what you see on the outside, I've been treated like shit my whole life and pretty much told my ideas, my thoughts don't matter. And so eventually, I just gave up trying to fit in, trying to be what people wanted me to be. And you know, I just decided to say, fine, I'm just gonna go into solitude and I'm gonna do me, you know? I'm tired of trying to please people and be what people want me to be, as opposed to just being who I truly am, my authentic self. I used to be a serial monogamist for this very reason. I was constantly searching for somebody to fucking love me, for somebody to see me. Now I realize that anytime I feel that twinge of loneliness or that twinge of wanting validation, wanting someone to see me or understand me, I know that that's just myself telling me that I need to love myself a little bit more. If I ever feel left out, if I ever feel the craving for love, companionship, community, friendship, that's a signal now to me not to get on a dating app, not to necessarily reach out to friends or family, but to love myself, to give myself what I need. The more you do that, the easier it becomes and the more you understand exactly what you need. And in the future, when you do finally meet your spouse or have friends in your life or community, because we all go through phases of solitude, but when those days do come, when people actually start to enter your life, you'll be able to tell them how to treat you, how you want to be treated, what you need. Because if you don't know what you need when you're alone and you don't know how to give it to yourself, how do you expect other people to know how to give it to you? How do you expect other people to understand you if you don't understand yourself and what you need? So the best advice I can give you when you're craving love, craving attention, craving validation, is to learn how to give that to yourself. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, we don't need it from an outside source. Is it nice? Of course it's nice to have somebody be able to look at you and say, I see you, and I get you. And even if they don't, they try their best. But that is rare. That is incredibly rare. And if we wait for that, and we're searching for that, and we're desperate for that, most likely we're not going to find it. So we need to learn how to do it with ourselves. And not only that, if we are waiting for it to come from someone else, we're going to be severely disappointed. Because not only are you waiting for validation and understanding from another person, most likely that person also doesn't know how to validate themselves. How are they going to know how to validate you? And if you can be a person to validate somebody else and see somebody else, you could be a hero. You could really help somebody. So learn how to validate yourself, learn how to love yourself, because you can't go wrong when you do that. You know, I think my channel really works, and I think my channel is relatable, and what I have to say is relatable because I am relatable. All my life, I felt ugly growing up. I was the shyest person in the room. I was practically a mute. I was constantly being told to shut up and sit down, that what I had to say did not matter. And unfortunately, the coolest people in this world are those who were treated like shit growing up, maybe even their whole lives, but they decided to grow from that. They didn't let it get them down. They decided to become stronger because they were always treated like shit. So I feel like a lot of my channel kind of embodies the people who were told to shut up and sit down, overcame it, or perhaps want to overcome it. And they kind of like being able to relate to a woman who kind of went through that, because I feel like it's mostly men who have kind of been told that they don't matter. But here you have a woman kind of given the perfect recipe to be able to relate to men, because I was always kind of told that I didn't matter as well. And that's why I feel like men like me, people can relate to me, and I'm authentic, because, you get thrown insults at you so many times your entire life, ever since you're a child. There's no way you're not going to be humble, right? Down to earth, introverted. People like us, we tend to think deeper because we were alone long enough to be able to think deeply. And I think that's a gift. So if you're given the gift of solitude, use it to your advantage. Growing up, the person that was supposed to be my mentor, my best friend, my protector, my big brother, unfortunately, he was my biggest bully growing up. And my parents didn't do shit about it. So he had free rein to bully me. And my parents enabled it. So that's kind of the environment I grew up in. And it's so sad to me, because I really feel like I deserved a mentor of some sort. Any type of mentor. Didn't need to be a sibling, but I didn't get that, and not a lot of us do. So when you grow up being constantly put down by someone who's supposed to be close to you, you grow up, my light. There's no room for being egocentric, narcissistic, or entitled. That never had a place inside my heart because I was always being put down, you know? It's like, how can you become egocentric, narcissistic, fake when you're constantly being told that you're not good enough, that there's something wrong with you, that there's something that you're not doing right, that you're broken, that you can always be better? That fucking sucks. You know, I'm glad that my parents weren't really like that because, oh my God, that's a different type of hell when you have parents that are constantly putting you down and telling you you're not good enough. It was bad enough that I had a sibling like that, but I can only be thankful that I guess my parents weren't really like that, although sometimes they were. You know, they tried to fit me into this box of being their perfect little girly girl, angel, princess. Look at me. I have always been a rugged tomboy who likes boobies. You know, but I was always fed this narrative that someday I'm gonna get married to a man and have babies. And that's just not who I am. And you know, sometimes even to this day, they still try to fit me in this box. That I should be wearing makeup, that I should be wearing blouses, that I should be wearing dresses. Don't get me wrong, they're not homophobic, and they are typically supportive of what I like to wear. But it finally took them this long. I'm 32 years old, and they're finally beginning to get it fully, that I'm not a lady, you know? I'm a fucking rugged tomboy, and that's never going to change, and I've just always naturally been that way. I can't help it. That's just who I am. And to this day, I still don't feel seen truly by them. And I do kind of get this vibe, this feeling that they kind of wish I was different. They kind of wish that I had turned out to be more of a feminine woman as opposed to this masculine woman that I am today. And to this day, I still feel like that unseen little girl. I really do. And it hurts sometimes. But I wanted to come here today to tell you that you don't need to feel seen in order to live a fulfilling life. You can see yourself, and that's all you need. But I also wanted to come here today to say I see you. And the reason I see you is because I've also been unseen. And those of us who have been unseen don't want others to feel that pain, because that's a pain that you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. So I just want to let you know that I see you, and I feel your pain. And I'll tell you right now, we all deserve better. We all deserved a family who treated us right, and we didn't get it. We all deserved that relationship, that partner, that was our soulmate, that made us feel seen, but we didn't get it, you know? Instead, maybe we got somebody who didn't give a fuck about us or abused us or was nonchalant about us, like we didn't really matter. We continue to choose people, friends, partners, work relationships. We continue to choose people who don't see us for who we truly are and the gifts that we possess and the magic that we possess within us. But that's what I want my channel to be for. I want it to be for people who have never been seen, truly. And this is a place where you can come and feel safe and feel seen. That's what I want to do. That's my purpose. I want to help people feel seen. Because I never was, and I still am not. Maybe with this channel I am a little bit. We're getting there, you know? And that's absolutely beautiful to me. That in my endeavor to help others feel seen, I am also seen. That's crazy to me. And I love that. I truly love that. And it's not just me that sees you. No matter what you believe, religious, spiritual, atheist, I truly believe that there is something out there more powerful, higher, intelligent, a source, an energy that sees you. It sees you, and it loves you. You can think this is woo-woo, you could skip this part if you want, but I do truly believe that. And no matter who comes in or out of your life, no matter if you make a mistake, no matter if you were once a bad person and now you're good or whatever, it loves you no matter what. The love that it gives is unconditional. And that helps me, because not only do I see myself and love myself, and that's good enough in and of itself, but I also know that there is something out there that sees me. And it's guiding me through my life. And as long as you play the game and try your best and help yourself and take accountability, it's going to push you to your greater good. It's going to bring you gifts along the way. The universe, whatever you want to call it. I call it the universe. It sees you. It sees who you truly are, and it loves you for who you are. You're never alone. It's always there. It's everything. It's you. It could be your higher self. And it sees you. So if ever you're feeling lonely, try to think, even if you don't believe, try to realize that there probably is something that is here with you, here with us, that loves all of us, and that wants us to do good and wants the best for us. And it sees you, it knows you. It might have created you. And anytime I do that, I feel way less lonely. And I don't feel the need to be seen by other people. I actually feel that being seen by other people is irrelevant. Like, I don't need my family to finally wake up and see who I truly am. I don't need a partner to tell me that they understand me and see me. Because nobody's ever really going to know the true you and who you truly are anyway. And then lastly, I do truly think that as long as we are bettering ourselves and helping ourselves and working towards our own highest, greater good, we will find somebody, a soulmate, possibly a partner. It could be a friend, it could be a romantic partner, it could be an animal, like a pet. But we will find that someone or something someday who will see us. I mean, I do think my cat is definitely a soul companion, absolutely. But I think we will all maybe find it in a human form someday. Now, can't say all of us will, but I do think all of us have at least one person on this planet that is meant to show us that we are lovable, that we are good enough, that we are perfect just the way that we are. We're not broken, we're just human. So both of those things help comfort me when I begin to feel unseen, unloved, invalidated. Both those things kind of help me. So what did we learn today? We learned that when you're craving love, attention, validation, and being seen, that's you telling you what you need from you. And no one else can give that to you, unfortunately. If you seek it in others, you will be disappointed. Number 2, most likely there is a source, an energy source, a being, an entity out there who very possibly created us, who loves you unconditionally. And it's watching you, it's watching your every move, and it loves you deeply. And it sees you for who you truly are, unconditionally. And lastly, I see you. I've always been the friend of the outcast. I've always been friends with the loner kid, whether in school, at work, in college. I've always gravitated towards them. And it's because I see them in me. And now I finally realized that my purpose is to help the outcast feel seen. Just remember that you're not broken, that you are a human, and you're doing just fine. You're doing okay, and everything's gonna be okay. It always turns out okay, and we always get through it. So if you like this type of stuff, a little bit of self-improvement today, feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and join this community of like-minded thinkers, of people who think a little too deeply for this world. And I can almost guarantee you will feel seen when you visit my channel. Absolutely. And even sometimes we can maybe laugh at some liberals every now and then. Yeah, why not? Laugh at the absurdity of this planet. But I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you listening to my rambling. I enjoy it, so if you enjoy it, all the more better. And until next time, I will see you in the next video.